What's up, you guys? Johneri'O Scott here with Let's Talk with Johneri'O Scott. And guess what? I'm in the kitchen. Yes, I'm with celebrity event planner, cake artist, co-author. She's doing it all, you guys. As you can see, Hack Tech Events is in the kitchen. We got these cakes. We're about to do it up. Listen, she's going to tell us about how she got here. She's going to tell us where she's going. She's going to give us that little motivation. And also, y'all, she's going to show me how to ice this cake. So you guys stay tuned. You don't want to miss out. This is Let's Talk with Johneri'O Scott.
Into the show with Johneri'O, you know how it goes. TV or radio, he coming with them topics, so you better watch it. We can talk about it, let's just talk about it. Tune into the show with Johneri'O, TV or radio, you know how it goes. Coming with them topics, and it's non-stopping. We can talk about it, let's just talk about it. Into the show with Johneri'O, you know how it goes. TV or radio, he coming with them topics, so you better watch it. We can talk about it, let's just talk about it. Tune into the show with Johneri'O, TV or radio, you know how it goes. Coming with them topics, and it's non-stopping. We can talk about it, let's just talk about it. Show with Johneri'O, you know how it goes. TV or radio, he coming with them topics, so you better watch it. We can talk about it, let's just talk about it. Tune into the show with Johneri'O, TV or radio, you know how it goes. Coming with them topics, and it's non-stopping. We can talk about it, let's just talk about it.
So what's up? We're back, and I'm here with Denise Grant. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Listen, I'm kind of nervous because, you know,
Why?
I'm messing this cake up. You know what you're doing. I'm just out here just playing. I'm just playing in the field. So, first, so you here for the Super Bowl?
We are here for an event for Super Bowl weekend, yes.
Okay. Which team you going for?
See, I like red, so the Rams.
I like red
I picked
too.
my colors.
Oh my God. See, I thought I was bad. So, today we in the kitchen. You're going to show me how to do this cake icing.
We're gonna ice.
First, let me know, how did Hack Tech Events came about?
So this isn't the original name of the business. I started my business 7 years ago, and it was just cakes before events, and it was here a cake, there a cake, and cupcakes
Okay.
too. So my mom created that name. The here a cake, there a cake. So when I decided to change the business name, she complained, "Oh my God, you're taking away the one thing I have. What are you going to do that for?" So hence, Hack Tech, here a cake, there a cake.
Hack Tech, here a cake. You know what? That's unique though.
That's it.
Mom, you still got a part. All right,
Yes.
so you've been dibbing and dabbing from event planning to cake artistry. And listen, she is definitely a cake artist. She's not a baker.
No.
She is a cake artist. If you look at her Instagram, her social media, listen, I was telling you about that.
Oh, my taco cake.
Taco cake. I was like, oh my God! I was like, what is this? So how did you even get into the cake artistry business?
So I wanted to make my son's first birthday cake. I walked around with my friend, and she wanted to get a small cake, I think about this big, for her daughter, and they were charging her an obscene amount of money, and I was just like, no, I'm gonna make it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go, I'm gonna take a class. And I went to the local Michaels and took their little 4 cake decorating classes, and then just continued from there, and here I am 7 years later.
All right, shout out to Michael. See, I need to go to Michael. But so from there it went into event planning. Did you do that all at the same time?
No. So, you know, the best thing in business is always to hone in on one thing, perfect it, and then move on to the next thing. So I did just cakes for about 5 years. I've been event planner for about 2.5 years. As well as the cakes, but I started off doing just the cakes and made sure that that was something that I had under my belt. And you know, there's still things to learn. I'm still every day learning something different. Techniques are different. I still don't think I know enough, but yeah. But you know, I'm trying my hardest to get it all together. But you know, I decided that I was good enough that I could move on to the event portion of it now.
Good enough? No, you're great. You're great. So you've worked with Black Ink Crew. You've worked with, I saw you doing things on the news, and just really expanding and branding.
Yes.
How did the celebrity aspect side of came? You know, who was your first client?
Black Ink was actually my first client. So I think 3 years ago in December, what I did was every year I would create a goal for my business. So about 3 years ago, I said, you know what, I want to take it to the next level. I want to have celebrity clientele. So I sat down on Instagram and I created this whole dossier and I DM'd every celebrity I could think of.
I know that's right.
I just sent out DM after DM after DM and Black Ink responded.
Wow.
And here we are.
Listen, we go up. Hey! So now we're going up in this kitchen.
Yes.
So what are we doing today?
So I have a sheet cake that I already made. And we're gonna just ice it very simply, just to show everyone how we level it out and we ice it. The thing about this one is it's actually pretty leveled, so it's good. So if you can actually get it already leveled, you really don't have to do much. So it's my basic yellow cake recipe with vanilla. And so what we do is when I bake, I usually use a little spray oil on the sides to make it easier for the cake to come out.
Okay.
And as you can see here, it's easily just, the knife is just sliding all the way around. But if you look at the edges here, that it's already lifted away from the pan.
Right.
So it's very simple. And at the bottom, I also use parchment paper. So that makes it do what I'm getting ready to do, which
it
is...
smells so good. Oh my gosh, it smells so good.
Lift it right out.
So I know when I was coming up, my grandma and my mom was baking. They was like,
Yes.
"Don't come in the kitchen. Do not come in the kitchen. If
No.
my cake drop."
No. You cannot mess with it. So like I said, this one's actually pretty perfect. I don't have to do anything to it as far as leveling it out. But a lot of pans come with like a curved edge. So when you want a more square cake, and I'm just going to use a napkin not to touch it all the way with my hand, is you're going to actually just cut the ends to make a perfect square.
Alright. Y'all.
Want to try a piece?
Pro. Yes. Oh my gosh. So, after making, doing this, do you have any special ingredients that you use for your cakes?
I can't tell you that.
But you do have a special ingredient.
Yeah, I mean, every cake person is different. Once you learn your recipes, they're pretty self-explanatory. I like to use a lot of, household products. I actually have a dairy-free line. Okay. That is what I experiment with most. I use fresh fruit for a lot of my things as well. So, that everything comes true to flavor. Right.
So it's time to cream.
Yes.
All right.
So we are going to scoop up our buttercream. This is a basic standard non-dairy buttercream. It doesn't need to be refrigerated. It just needs to be kept at room temperature. Okay. So that means there's absolutely no dairy in it. This can get a little messy, but my motto is the more you put, the more fun it is to spread. So there we go. And as you put more, it spreads nicely across.
She is whipping it up, y'all. She is doing it.
So smells good, right?
Yes.
Would you like to try?
Oh.
You're just going to put it down.
Okay.
And you're going to spread.
Alright, so down.
And just spread.
Y'all, put some over here. Okay. See, when I do cakes, I be like, I can't. Listen, let me just give this back to you. Listen, I did it. So when it comes to people booking you and wanting you for events,
yes,
is there like a certain time frame for you to whip these things up?
I try to tell everyone, if you're booking, book as soon as possible. I do get booked very quick, and I get booked in other states, like as you see, I'm here in Atlanta.
Right.
And I'm from New York, so I try to let everybody know to give me at least a month in advance. I take about 3 to 4 orders a weekend. So that way, and if I have an event, I only do 2. Okay. Because if I have a full event where I have to do setup and breakdown and all of those, I definitely need the time.
Alright. Because I see that February, she's already booked.
Yes.
I was like, oh my gosh, like she's already
February
booked.
is already booked.
Oh my gosh. Alright, so what's the next step?
So the next step is when you're layering the cake, you want to put the next layer right on top. It's alright if the edge is a little off. You're gonna, we're gonna mix it up. We're gonna fix it up. We're gonna make it really nice and pretty. Okay. As you can see, the cake is very, very moist. So what we'll do is, since I did put the edging here, I'm gonna turn it a little. And we're going to take off this excess here. That way the cake is even.
Okay. So are you doing the design with this, or are you just doing
No, actually, you know, my team and I are here. And we're going to have dinner tonight.
Okay.
So this is our cake.
Okay.
We're going to celebrate how much fun we've had in 2018 and, you know, what 2019 has in store for us tonight. So now the cake is absolutely even on all sides. I'm a stickler for cleanliness, so I take up all of the excess before I ice the cake itself fully. You know, we start on the sides all the way.
Alright. You're so good at this. Like, what would you say, like, you know, what got you really into it? What draws you to it?
Well, you know, cooking has always been something we did with my family as a tradition when we were younger anyway. So, you know, when it came to the baking portion of it, it was always something I had. It was the decorating portion, that I did not have and I had to go obtain. So when I decided to make my son's cake, and I was like, oh, and I started looking at YouTube and all the cool techniques that everybody started, like, I could do this. And, you know, you take things to the next level. And the funny thing is, even though it's cake, you can make some amazing things. Like, you know, I've made the taco cake. I've made things that look like car seats. I've made basketballs. I've made, you know, creativity is like at its finest with this particular craft.
Right. What do your son has to say about this? Because again, she is a single mom. Shout out to all the single moms out there, you know, doing their thing. You know, just empowering your son. I mean, what do he have to say about all this? Like, my mom is a celebrity artist, a celebrity event planner. Like, she's a big dog.
Oh, the young CEO, as I call him. All his t-shirts say that on it. Because he lets everybody know this is his business. He actually comes with me. He's actually here in Atlanta. He comes with me on a lot of the things. I kind of show him what this business technique is like. And he's actually pretty good. You'll catch him handing out business cards, giving out cupcake containers. And, you know, he's cute. So everybody always likes the cute kid who's got some business sense. You know, so that's the awesome thing about him. Is, you know, he learns, which is, you know, he wants to learn. He gets very upset if you can't do anything. He's like, I want to help. Let me help, Mom. Why can't I help? It's my business too.
Because she's building. You're not only building a brand, but you're building a boss. Building a boss. So do you ever say that he want to, you know, go into this, or just he's taking away the entrepreneur?
He takes away the entrepreneur side of it big time. You know, it's very hard because, you know, you teach him so many things that school don't teach them. Yeah. So now he goes to school and he's telling his teachers things. He's telling them what's going on as a kid, and, you know, he's learning. He retains it all.
So what advice would you give to any other, you know, single moms out there, whether they're young or an older mom that, you know, it's like, you know, I want to be that bigger version of me for my child? What advice would you have? Do you have for those moms?
Don't give up, and if that's what you want to do, definitely do it. You know, the one thing that is unfortunate about this country is when you're a single mom, and this is just a crumb coat on the cake, by the way, this isn't the final coat. The one thing that they discourage single moms from doing amazing things. One of the things that I love about this world nowadays is that it's so much easier to be a single mom and do things. So don't think that you can't do things. Don't think you can't get out there. Don't think you can't. I take my kid everywhere. Don't think because you have a child you're limited to doing things, because it's definitely not the case. You can definitely do everything you need to do in life and achieve all of your goals. Just stay your course and don't let anyone discourage you from anything different.
Stay your course. And what has really, as you stated, what really made your brand pop is creativity.
Yes.
I always tell everyone, creativity that's Einstein. That's everyone else that, you know, that we look up to. Those Einsteins, they use creativity.
And it comes in different forms. Everybody is not going to be creative the same way. Because I definitely didn't start off in cakes. You know, cakes came about when my son came about. But, you know, I've done candles. I've done gift baskets. As long as anybody has known me in my adult life, I've done something. in a creative sense. But this is, you know, this is what stuck, because I like to see the end result. I like to step back and be like, yo, I did that. You know, or I like to step back and be like, yo, that was dope. I definitely took care of that, and make it happen.
So you don't have a store location?
No, I am out of my home right now. I do deliver though, and I do make sure that I deliver. I live in Jersey, but I deliver all over the 5 boroughs and even here in Atlanta.
Yes. So I guess is that one of the things that you're gonna?
Yes, that is my goal for this year. Not only to be a little bit more internet savvy, like I said, I will be starting a YouTube channel.
Yes, so stay tuned.
To definitely help people create what I create. You know, it doesn't always have to be the same exact creation, but you know, you can definitely start it and be able to learn some things, and if it's your passion, move along as well.
Right. So this YouTube. So what can we expect more on the YouTube? So you're going to be actually like in front of the camera,
yes,
everything there?
Yeah, doing different techniques. Yep.
So look at this. Listen.
So this is just a crumb coat, and then we call it a crumb coat because it catches all of the crumbs that, and then what you do is you'll put this in the fridge, refrigerate it about 20-30 minutes, let it harden a little, and then you'll place your white icing or fondant or anything on to start your design. So this is just your basic first layer.
Right. And you make your own fondant?
I sometimes make my own fondant, but depending on the colors, I buy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
and I do make my own icing, but when we want our basic icing, I do trust my store-bought.
Right.
But you know, if someone asks for something in particular, because you know, I do get people who want rare favors like rum and things like that. So you know, you have to create those. So then I do make them at that time.
Oh my gosh, you guys! Listen, I'm ready to dive in. So let everyone know how they can connect with you. Can they stay tuned to your YouTube channel, book you?
Okay, so booking me is easy. You can get on my social media, send me a DM, whatever, and I'll respond. I usually respond within 24 hours. The social media for the business is HACTAC Events, HACTAC Events, and that's also on Instagram and Facebook. You can find us on both platforms. Reach out to me, definitely. The YouTube announcement will go up in that time. We're also relaunching the website and working on that as well. So all of those will go up on social media.
Alright, so you guys, just to narrow it down, stay connected. Follow her on Instagram. Everything will be there.
Yes.
Listen, we have Denise Grant, celebrity event planner, cake artist, not just cake baker, cake artist, co-author. And listen, the 2019 Millennium Award goes to Denise. All right, you guys. Well, we're done. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes.
Johneri'O Scott, HACTAC Events in the house, baby.
Thank
We're
you.
out.